Hey YouTube, it's Chris with CNC Reptiles, and education is pretty key, don't you think? Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am missing my cohort in crime today, the much cuter half of CNC Reptiles. Carly is actually doing some more Santa unwrapping with some relatives up north, but I am joined today by this cute young one. This is Bubbles, our clown. She actually just shed a couple days ago, and of course the camera just doesn't do her justice, but I thought I'd show her off. Actually wasn't intending on making this particular video, but over the Christmas break, we actually got a chance to do something that I really was hoping to be able to do when Carly and I got into reptiles. And of course, number one, it was something that Carly and I just shared together, kind of a love for something a little different, and we were able to share that with these beautiful animals. But secondly was an educational piece to this, and something that I hope that we would be able to do, maybe even at schools or libraries or what have you. But over the Christmas break, Carly and Sophia had some friends over, and they were decorating Christmas cookies. I think it was the day before Christmas Eve, but they were decorating Christmas cookies, and of course, the subject of snakes comes up. And they asked if they could see the snakes. Well, obviously, I don't need any reason to ever take the snakes out. So, of course, I was like, absolutely, why not? And ultimately, what kind of happened after that was about 15-20 minutes of educating 6 neighborhood kids about the joys of these wonderful animals. And at the end of it, there were some that were really, really scared of them that weren't so scared. And there was actually one little girl that walked out telling her mom that she wanted a ball python, which maybe wasn't necessarily the point, but hey, any education that we can do about these fantastic creatures, and just dispel a lot of the myths, a lot of the reasons that people are scared and really don't like these animals isn't based 100% in fact all the time. And so anyway, so we were able to actually pick up and record this about halfway through. Super excited to share it with you guys. So let's take a look.
Wait, does their eyesight get foggy, or is it just the outside?
Yeah, their eyesight gets really foggy. So Cutie, this one doesn't do it too bad, but when their eyesight gets really foggy, they get really head shy, what you call head shy. Like this one, she'll let me touch her head. She doesn't mind too much. She's really good. But yesterday, she really did not like it whenever I was messing with her head, and it's because they can't see real well. And when they can't see real well, they get really kind of freaked out. But they just ate on Saturday, so
2 days ago.
Yeah, so they're pretty good now. We try not to handle them for about 2 full days.
She kind of looks like a baby in Hana when she's little.
Yeah, she does.
Do you just let them eat?
Yeah, they just eat. But actually, if you turn that on, this will actually show it really well. Press that button. So see how, let me bring Cutie over here too. See how bright Cutie is right here and just how dull she looks there? That's the difference in the snake that's already shed. She just shed a week ago. And they're never as bright as they are right after they shed. That'll be the brightest that they are. But see how her eyes are just the slightest bit kind of glossy? In this one, her eyes are bright, right? Now they're brown, but they're bright.
Wait, is this a heat light?
No. That's for us to record. So Carly and I do YouTube videos on them.
Okay.
So, but that's the 2 girls.
Do you have like any more?
We might at one sometime.
How much subscribers do you have?
What's that?
How much subscribers do you have?
We have 58 so far.
Wait, is it like about when I probably have like 0?
What, sweetie?
Are your YouTube videos like about snakes?
Mm-hmm. They're about these snakes and how we take care of them. And I'm actually uploading a video right now. Got to make sure it's uploaded. But this one's really sweet. That one's a little bit more apprehensive. She just kind of sits there. No. But this one, she likes to really kind of explore. And even though she's at a point where she's a little bit, because her eyes are a little cloudy, she likes to hang out and check things out.
Does their skin get rough when they're about to shed?
Well, feel it. Does it feel rough? Feels kind of the same, huh? Where you can tell, and we don't like to rub against them, but on their belly, like she's about to shed, and you can really tell they feel just kind of crispy. Her scales on her belly, where Cutie's don't, because she's good. But basically this is one big solid muscle. So see how she just kind of is hanging herself out there like that? Just one big muscle. And they can go about a third to almost half their body length just hanging out there.
Wow.
And with those tongues, so when her tongue's flicking like that, see how her tongue's just kind of flicking?
That's how they smell, right?
It's how they smell, and it's just how they kind of check things out. They have a organ on the top of their mouth that they'll stick their tongue out like that, and when they bring it back in, that's how they sense things.
Like, is it like that organ that goes like up here?
What do you mean, sweetie?
I have heard of an organ that like from their mouth it goes all the way up.
Oh, you don't have the organ. Just snakes do.
I know. I just heard of it.
She was wondering if that's what it was.
Yeah, well, it's literally right in the top of their mouth, and it goes to their brain, and that's how they sense stuff. So, what do y'all think? You a little worried? But they're really good. You know, you asked if they could bite, and they could.
Have they ever bite?
Nope.
bit you?
Not even attempted to.
Well, just
Well,
like dogs. Dogs can bite you.
And that's one to think of. So have you ever seen a dog bite someone or try to bite someone, right? Some dogs are really scary. Cats can bite you,
My
right?
dog bites, but he's only playing when he does.
Yeah, and so that's all animals can bite. And these two could bite. They absolutely could. But they have never even come close to. I mean,
You once did it at purpose when you picked her up and you
Yeah.
were putting your hand in front of her when it was her feeding night. If they're together, will they attack each other?
No, they won't. Now, like I said, they are solitary animals, so they typically live alone in the wild, and really only get together when the boys and girls get together so they can have baby snakes. But these two don't. They've been together. We could set them down right now together, and they would be fine.
They've seen each other
So
multiple times. Were they together when you bought them?
no.
They were from the same breeder, but
They came from the same person, but they were not together. They weren't like living together or anything like that. See, now she's getting a little curious now, so she's starting to kind of flick her tongue around and start to move. It takes her a good 4 or 5 minutes to be out and everything before she starts going. This one doesn't care. She gets out and she just starts going crazy.
She wants to play.
So,
do they have like toys or something?
they don't have toys, but what we did, so the difference in Cuties and Bubbles, so we just moved Cutie to that bigger tub right there. And we put the little log in there and the little branch in there, and they call it enrichment. And so these snakes in the wild, they live in termite mounds and they live underground. And so they just kind of sit there and they wait for a mouse or something to come along, and that's how they eat. But
Because they'll just take it right away because they don't know when their next.
that's right. So they don't know when the next meal will be. So they'll just eat and do it whenever they can. But they do explore some. And so when we moved Cutie, she's all right.
Oh no!
She's fine. Look, I can put my hand literally like that, and she's perfectly fine. Okay? This snake is not, like I said, she can, but she has never even once acted like she was gonna bite me. Okay?
Just like dogs, they can bite you, but they most of the time don't or won't.
Unless you play with them like Duke. Nice.
Now this one, she's a little more head shy. She's not as, see how she doesn't like it quite as much. Bubbles doesn't care all that much. I think it's because this one is 2 months older. So Cutie is 2 months older than Bubbles. And
She's gonna kiss her.
yeah, and I think it's because she was just that much younger that
She's just more used to people.
this one's just older, right? I mean, she had 2 more months to live and know people, but I don't think she was handled all that much. Neither one of them were handled all that much before we got them. And as you handle them more, the more comfortable they become with you.
What happens if they get sick?
So if they get sick, there's a couple things you can do. You can take them to a vet just like you would your dog or a cat. And it really depends on what's wrong. Okay, so the most common ailment for snakes is if they get mites. So it's basically like a tick on a dog, right? And there's just different treatment options for it. They can get respiratory infections. So they have one big lung that runs down about probably this much of their body. So they can get a respiratory infection just like we can get a respiratory infection. And there's a treatment that you can do for that. But if they get really, really sick, you can take them to the vet like you would your dog. So, you want a snake? See, they're not really that scary, are they?
I've never even touched one. There's been a couple in my backyard.
Well, never touch a snake in the wild.
Yeah, the
right?
ones in our yard are not
yeah,
poisonous.
and so, but these two, so the ones in your backyard, now, could be a garter snake that's not necessarily poisonous, but around here there are cottonmouths and copperheads, and those are very poisonous.
We had a copperhead. A lot of times snakes come in and we're like...
Yeah, so you stay away from them, but these two, if y'all ever want to come over and hold them, you certainly can, because these two they're great little girls.
Once a copperhead bit Dookie on the nose.
Yeah, and Maggie.
I don't know when, but there's a snake and my dog Ace was out there and he was sniffing the snake. And the snake was sniffing him.
Yeah.
Ace was barking at it. My dad went out there and was like,
Oh, no.
so we let it out to the woods. Because Ace was barking and I'm like, I was gonna let Ace in and then he wasn't at the door, and so then I was looking at him, and then I saw him sniffing a snake, and so then I ran inside into my dad. If there's ever a snake, like a venomous one that you don't want to
Hi,
touch,
pretty girl.
it's good to have a snake hook, because then you
Yeah.
can...
No, you don't touch any snakes in the wild. So we have that. So this one right here, when we feed her, she gets really excited. And so we have that. So like this last time we fed her, I dropped the rat and she wouldn't get off from on top of it, but she didn't know it was there either. So you have to use that to kind of get her back so we can get get it and give it back to her. But yeah, they get pretty excited when it's feeding night. And
When do they feed?
once a week. So we that's, you know what? How many y'all have to pick up dog poop at your house? How often do you have to pick it up? All the time, right? Because they poop like every day.
Yeah.
So these girls poop once a week. So we only have to clean poop one time a week. They eat once a week. So they it's pretty easy to keep up with them. So
Oh, she's gonna wrap around.
yep. So they like to sit there like that. Bubbles doesn't sit anywhere actually. She kind of just goes. Cutie can, Cutie will sit there, but she's getting a little active now because we've had her out for a while. And
your
Yeah, she's gonna explore.
you're in my shirt. Ew, your shirt.
Yeah, she
They
likes
go
to explore.
anywhere.
what do you think?
She's going out the arm.
Y'all like them?
She's right here.
This is scary.
Feels kind of weird.
Oh my gosh, her head!
She's like,
Wait, it's her head, Chloe. It's just like...
yeah, she likes to explore. We should have named her Dora.
This one, yeah, we could have named her
We
Dora.
can change her name.
No.
She already knows it, though.
But this one,
They never
she
really learn their names.
she likes to
Sometimes they do.
she likes to boop the snoot. So usually when I first get her out, she'll come straight towards me and she'll touch my nose with her nose. So
Why?
I don't know. She just does it.
Just their thing. To let you know that they know that it's you.
So they do know.
And you're going back around.
They're a little bit more intelligent than people give them credit for. I don't know that they know it's me or Carly or Sophie, but I think they can sense kind of the vibrations in our voice and stuff like that. And I think they know. So see how Cutie just sits there? Like Cutie's like, I'm cool, right? This one just goes nuts. She just goes everywhere. So.
Yeah, I like that kind of music.
You like that one? The one that just sits there?
This is my baby. This is my baby.
For the most part, that's what ball pythons will do right there. Is they'll just kind of hang out. But
That's my head.
Bubbles,
Bubbles likes to explore.
Bubbles likes to figure stuff out. So.
She's in your hair.
She's always in my hair. Hello? Hello?
Y'all have any other questions about them?
Hello? What if they get out? Like, I mean, I don't think they
Well, if they got out, it would be a pain. But
Sad.
the only way really that they could get out is if we forgot to close one of the tubs, because those tubs slide out. There's no way for them to slide the tub out. So, but if they got out, it would not be a good thing. All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, it really wasn't even a video I anticipated making. Just kind of happened organically, and maybe sometimes that's the best way to learn and best way to capture things. So hope you guys have a great week, and we will see you next time. Bye.